Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Frances Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today I'm going to show you blendability with foil paper. The foil paper come in two colors. So it come in the silver and then it come in the gold. And first you're going to pick your image and then emboss it. You can emboss it with tone on tone, or you can emboss it with black or early espresso. It's whatever the look that you prefer. So like this one, it's tone on tone. It's gold with gold embossing. This one, the silver with black, silver with silver. The gold with early espresso. It looked black, but it's early espresso. And then silver with silver. First, I was doing it, and I was not using my embossing buddy. Well, it make a difference. See this one? Not using the embossing buddy. And look at this one with the embossing buddy. When you use the embossing buddy, it don't grab as much of the embossing, so then it's more detail, and that's what you want. This one here, and the one on this one, I used the embossing buddy, and this one I didn't. And you can see the embossing, it's more thick. So this one's going to be better. So you see the residue, that's okay. When you're done, you can just wipe it off. So let's get started. I pre-stamped some over there, but let's do over here. We're going to do with black. So I'm using the stamp set. It's one of the new one in the occasion catalog. In this credible gift, I absolutely love the dogwood there. So we're going to start. I got some residue here. I started the video and then the phone rang, and I think I got the phone out now. So let's start with our silver, and we're going to use Versamark. Oh, remember what I told you? Embossing buddy. Wipe this here. And then with our Versamark, we're going to stamp right here. We're going to do the first one with black. So I'm using black embossing powder. Okay. See all. So you want to make sure you turn it around and you really tap on it. And you can even blow on it. I still see a little bit. Here we go. So now we're ready to emboss that with the embossing tool. And it don't take long. You're going to see it start shining. That means it's embossed. And the white residue that it leaves, we can wipe that after, no problem. Okay, this looks pretty much done, I think. Okay, so that's how you emboss it. So while we get that, we might as well do a gold one. So let's do a gold on gold. I get the black. And this stamp set, let's use that one. I absolutely love this little stamp set. It is kindness, love is kindness. And what I done, you see it's together. So you would have the image with the greeting. Well, I cut the greeting around and I put it on the other side. So then I can use it separately. Anytime that I get a greeting attached to my image, I try to separate it. So now I'm going to come here, do the embossing. Stamp this here, and then we're going to use gold. There we go. I like when I put it in a little jar like that. It's so much faster, but I don't have the storage to put all in a jar. Et voila. So now we're going to emboss that again. So it depends what you prefer, you know, for the... Et voila. Okay, now we're ready to color. Yes, it's going to curl the paper. That it's normal. When you're going to glue it, it's going to be perfectly fine. Before we get started, I want to show you on the scrap what I learned while I was doing it. Let's do a color you're going to see. So we're going to use the rich raspberry, and we're going to take the dark one just because I want you to see. So I'm going to bring you a little bit closer. Okay, so what you want to do, you just want to touch. See? Because if you rub, see, you take the gold away. I think you can see. So if you just touch a little bit, it's going to color. If you punch hard, it takes the gold away. So you don't want to press hard at all. You just barely want to touch. So let's say on the flower there, I think let's do, I just going to touch the tip here. And I don't blend on this. Even if it's the blendability, I don't blend. I just barely touch. Gonna put the dark in the bottom there. See, I barely touch my brush on the gold. And if you go on top of the embossing, it's going to color because this is alcohol, so it would color on top of it. So you try not to touch the embossing. Even if it touch a little bit, it's fine. See, it look kind of funny. Don't worry about that. Now I'm going to come with the lighter color, well, the medium here. And I just going to touch a little bit. So I finish filling my flower. I can do a little bit more and then come with the light, whatever that you want. Again, I barely touch my paper. Just say I pat it. And then here. And then the light one. I just go on top of it a tiny little bit. So that is it, how you do the on the foil paper. If you get a few places that you punch, not punch, but press a little bit harder and you get what I just did over here, I wouldn't worry about that. You can see I got one little dot over there. I wouldn't worry about that. Now for the green, I would use the medium in Old Olive, and I just go on top. I touch even the gold on that because it's just a tiny little bit, so I just go on top. See, I go right on top of the gold embossing. I'm not worried about that. And then for the wraparound, I went with the chocolate chip. I didn't bring, not chocolate chip, but early crumb cake. And I went with the medium. And I just went a little bit on the side there, just to define it a little bit. See? Just define it a little bit. Oh, that's a bit too much. Don't worry, if it's too much, take your lifter and you can come with your lifter and lift that up a little bit. Voila. Now, I would make sure to do my stem in the bottom here in the green. So this is it. The same thing, here I had pre-done it, pre-embossed it in the black. The same thing, go with your green. It depends if you want the tone on tone, it's more blended or it's less defined. This is more defined. Depend the look that you want. So now I got my green done. Now, and you see I went aside there. That's okay. I would lift this up a little bit there. Here we go. You just barely touch it, because if you touch too much, what's going to happen, you're going to lift the gold too. Now let's go with the Bermuda Bay. I'm going to take the medium color, And like I said, you don't need to blend a lot. So you can even just use one color and just color it up. Because the gold gonna give you your two-tone or different shading almost. It depends how much time. Look, this would be pretty much done. See how simple this was? The same thing with the silver. Here I got, let's say I want the pink in this. I would just barely touch it. And you can keep some more in the silver if you want. You don't have to color the whole flower. See, I barely touch it. And that is the trick to this. See? Barely see the pink on the camera though. And then when it's tone on tone, again, just barely touch it. This you have to be a little bit more careful not to touch too much of the silver. And then I could maybe take a darker color here so you can see better. So again, I barely touch my paper. Et voila. This is it, my friend, how to do the foil. I'm going to show you the finished product again. So here's one. That's the tone on tone. Here's the tone on tone again. Here's the black on silver. Gold on gold. So this is it, how to do the foil paper with the blendability. Hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, happy stamping, my friends.